shortcuts to loyalty. It comes from being dependable and earning trust. We've all forged loyalties. Maybe it's a home contractor who treats you right, or a hairstylist who knows exactly what you like. You don't go elsewhere. You stick with those you trust. On this season of Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt, I'm getting to know the long haul trucking family. Some of them have been here for 10, 20 plus years. That kind of dedication and loyalty has been critical to their success. It's helped them retain loyal customers and build strong partnerships. In this episode, we'll learn what loyalty means to the people at Long Haul Trucking.
I think that our customer base is built on loyalty. You know, years ago when I first hired an ad agency to, come up with a tagline and a logo and create some brochures, there was this little old guy that came in and interviewed me, and he says, I want some testimonials from some of your customers, and I want to come up with a tagline for your company. I said, okay. So I gave him, some of our key customers. He called me back, the next day, and he goes, I got your tagline. And I go, what's that? He goes, running in the power of promises kept. I said, how'd you come up with that? He says, because your customers told me. If you take care of people, people will take care of you. I built this thing, started it with nothing, and it was hard to let go, but I can tell you that loyalty is why our company's an ESOP today, is because me being loyal to them is just giving back for them being loyal to me for over the years. I really felt that, selling the company to the employees was the right answer, because they're the ones that know how to make things happen. They're the ones that help me make things happen. One of the biggest reasons I sold a company is Tiffany Stanky, our CFO.
I am the CFO, Chief Financial Officer. I basically am in charge of all of our finances. I manage the accounting department. I manage human resources. I'm also the VP, so I do assist Jason with a lot of decisions, maybe just a second opinion sometimes.
From her side of the wall back, that's Tiffany's world, and we need that world, and she runs it well. So she's my business partner, and I could go on all day about that. It's a pleasure for me to be able to work with her every day.
How did you come to work in trucking? Do you have a background in it?
You know what? I just landed at Long Haul by chance. My husband is a school teacher in St. Michael. We graduated from college. We moved down here because he got a job. Clearly, as a teacher, we were going to go wherever he got the job first. I have a business degree, which is a little more flexible. I had a baby, and I did not want to make that commute into Minneapolis anymore. So Long Haul had an opening in the accounts receivable department. I applied, and I've been there since. And that was in 2000.
Gotcha, so you've been there some time. That's awesome.
20 years, yeah. My son Jacob was 6 months old when I started. So, my whole life has been there. It's all my kids know. My whole family, that's all we know is Long Haul. I really had no idea. When I took this job, it was because it was 2 miles from my house. That was the extent of my trucking knowledge at the time. Little did I know it was going to be my home for the next 20 plus years.
Her story, like my story, she was a ground up type employee here.
You must be proud of where you are now.
I am very proud of where I am now, considering where I started. You're not just going to be the CFO or the CEO of a company. You have to start at the bottom, take your bottom wage and work your way up. And that's, definitely what I did. I worked in a lot of different departments.
She's an ass kicker. Like, she'll show up and take names and kick ass all day, every day. and she's so passionate about long haul. She still is one of the employees that puts in the longest day, every day. She's one of the first ones here.
I don't care what your job, your title, your position is. If you give me 110%, I'm going to give you 110%. And that's what our people do. And that's why they own the company now, because they gave me 110%.
King of the Road is brought to you by Peterbilt. Extreme Trailers, innovation moving forward. And Long Haul Trucking, running on the power of promises kept.
Welcome back to Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
It's obvious that loyalty is a big part of the culture at Long Haul Trucking. When employees join the Long Haul family, they usually stick around for a long time.
You know, Long Haul's loyal to all of its people, and I think that's a big part of why you see people at Long Haul that have been there 30 years. Office personnel and drivers, mechanics who have been long-term, but in every sector of the business, there's somebody that's been there for a long time. And I don't think they'd be there if they felt that Long Haul wasn't loyal to them. Mm-hmm. John was one of the most generous bosses ever. I couldn't even count how many people would go into his office with a hardship and leave with a solution, and him helping them out. He was loyal to them all, like crazy. But we're loyal to them. We make sure that, you know, there's always an opportunity for them to earn more, to do better. I think people stay because of loyalty, right? Especially people who are drivers. Drivers feel like in the industry they get lied to a lot. They feel like they're taken advantage of a lot. They feel like, you know, somebody might pay X amount of dollars for a load and then skim a bunch off the top and give it to them. We don't do that. Be honest with drivers. You know, take care of your drivers, treat your drivers with respect, do the best you can to create the best opportunities for them. Keep your promises to them. And if they make a promise to you, hold them accountable to do the same.
Even the people who have been at Long Haul a relatively short time are devoted to the company.
I've never had a day, and I'm coming up on working there 4 years now, I've never had a day where I said, oh, I gotta go to Long Haul today. You know what I mean? Like where I got up in the morning and just genuinely was just like, oh, I don't wanna go there. Like that's,
Right.
like I've never had that, and I think that says a lot. So if we've all gotta work, if we all have to support ourselves financially and ultimately, you know, make a living for ourselves, my hope is that you're doing it in a way that's rewarding, fulfilling, you know, with so many hours of your life that you're spending giving to that one thing, whether it's, you know, your own personal business or one that you're a part of or whatever. I mean, it's a lot and you're here for a limited amount of time. So if you're gonna put 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week into doing something, oh my goodness, do I hope it's something that you like.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's really where my loyalty is bred from, is because I enjoy going to Long Haul. There's really no reason to change. It's an industry where some of your counterparts, like your drivers, for instance, they go out on the roads for 2 to 3 months or away from their families. And it's something that they're passionate about, which is why they're willing to do it. But you have to keep in mind all of the sacrifices that those people on the front lines are making in order to really do your job to the best of your ability, right? It seems selfish and lazy of me to say, let's say I'm focusing on sales and I'm just like, I'm gonna coast it right now. I don't really feel like making any phone calls, tired of getting hung up on, and I'm just gonna chill out and just kind of find a way to pass the rest of the day. Well, that's not super fair to the guy that is currently trying to drive from New York City to Los Angeles in a matter of, 5 days just to make sure that that next load gets delivered on time. Like, you have to keep that perspective of the fact that, okay, if we're all doing this together and we're all working towards a common goal, if somebody else is really busting their tail to do this well, I have to also.
That teamwork and loyalty at Long Haul Trucking is certainly rewarding.
The part that I think is the most rewarding is that through time, it's kind of built this this culture of people that are all similarly minded, right? So we're all just kind of looking for new ways to do something better and to grow maybe an area of our company that we feel like hasn't quite reached its full potential. There's not a whole lot of just like, I'm punching in, doing what I got to do, and just watching the clock until I can get out of here. And I think from like a team mentality, that's really cool, and it makes it a fun place to work.
Long haul trucking has always attracted the best drivers, and we hire about 3 out of every 100 people who come to us and apply, because we're trying to make sure to pick the most professional, hardworking, the best representation of the industry as a whole, and get them all together as a group. And I think long haul's doing that successfully, which gives the drivers coming in such a sense of pride, and the guys who are there can feel so good about the company they're with. It's exciting.
We'll be right back with Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
Since the very beginning, Long Haul Trucking has been a Peterbilt customer.
Long Haul's been loyal to Peterbilt for 36 years. Since the beginning, since the start, John's days in the combining business, all the way into the start of Long Haul, and today we keep that tradition going.
I think probably the best decision I've made is to align myself with Peterbilt.
Loyalty between Long Haul and Peterbilt is knowing that they have your back, knowing if there are problems or if there are mishaps that you're taken care of, there's good people on the other end, and it kind of follows the values that Long Haul has set in place of taking care of your people and at no matter what cost, and making the right decisions, doing the right thing, and that rolls over into your customers for both sides, for us and for Peterbilt. Peterbilt's great to work with. Anytime anything's needed, any questions, any concerns, Peterbilt always has somebody there to help lend a hand, get you the right answers, not beat around the bush. They know that we have a job to do, and they're there to help keep their product on the road and keep our trucks moving, and they're always there for us.
My name's Andy Weibland. I've been with Peterbilt for 27 years, and currently I'm in the product planning department. And I'm actually probably one of the lower ones as far as on the totem pole. There's people here 30, 35 years. So that loyalty to build the best product is very important. And our customers are very loyal, right? Once they drive a Peterbilt, a lot of times they are staying in that product. And you can see that. Obviously we measure loyalty, and our loyalty is very, very good. I mean, in the sales side of the organization. So they love the product.
They're always building the best, but in the last few years, they've cut so much weight out of the truck, made them stronger, lighter, haul more weight, better fuel efficiency, and they never go away from the most beautiful truck design. When you see a Peterbilt going down the road, you notice it.
Started out as a design engineer, just designing mirrors and that sort of thing. And now I'm over product planning. And what product planning does is we try to set the vision of the product in the future. We try to look 2 to 5 years out, and even 10 years out, to see where these products need to be going. And it's always very exciting to see the fruit of your labors come out of engineering and see what they've done with the product, of your vision, and putting that product together and making sure it's a very robust, durable product as it comes out the doors.
Peterbilt's 579 Ultraloft has been a hit with drivers, and they're getting ready to finish building number 10,000.
It's a great feat. Number 10,000 coming off the end of the line today is outstanding. It shows that the product met what the driver's requirements were. It shows that the drivers appreciate the product, the fleets enjoy the product, it's performing. So that tells us if we're getting 10,000, that's going to keep growing. It's just going to keep on producing. So we've met the mark, so that's good. So the Model 579 was introduced in 2012-2013 timeframe, and ever since that we've been evolving it. And this latest evolution is putting a very large sleeper behind the cab. It gives the driver a lot of comfort, a lot of room, It's more expansive. It gets a little more room in the seat too behind the steering wheel. The drivers really love the larger environment, a lot more room, the large bed, and we give them kind of what I call a nightstand environment, to where you're not feel closed in when you lay back in the bunk. You actually have something alongside you where it's a nightstand. You can get all your controls there, and you can leave your magazines or whatever, your iPad right next to you when you go to sleep at night, or your cell phone or whatever right next to you.
Fleet manager Josh Hainstock was really excited to share some big news.
Jason Michaels and myself are going to Texas to accept the 10,000th 579 Ultra Loft built by Peterbilt out of their factory. We're going to pick it up as it comes off the line. It's a pretty big honor for long haul. We have 30 or so of the Ultra Lofts in the fleet now. The drivers love them, and to be the ones that accept the 10,000th truck built is a pretty cool deal, and looking forward to all the excitement that comes with it, and to be able to present that truck to one of our drivers.
Coming up after the break.
I'd like to present you the keys to the 10,000th Peterbilt Model 579 Ultra Loft. Congratulations.
King of the Road is brought to you by Peterbilt. Extreme Trailers, innovation moving forward, and long haul trucking, running on the power of promises kept.
Welcome back to Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt. Tell me about the day you went to go work for Long Haul and your first interaction with JD.
Oh man, so John was somebody that I was looking forward to working for, because there's a lot of pride in long haul long before I ever got there. So, and showed up and had a conversation with some guys in the parking lot, and I look out and here comes John across the parking lot. He gets over and he crosses his arms and he's like, when are you gonna get rid of that truck? I was like, what?
Brand new truck.
I was like, yeah, I was like, what? And he goes, we drive Peterbilts here. I'm like, oh, just defeated for a moment. What should I do? And he's like, you'll be fine. But when the time's right, you're getting a Peterbilt. And that was 20 years ago. And it's been all Peterbilt since. And now I don't just think about one Peterbilt. I spend most of my days thinking about 140 of them that we have, and then the owner-operators also.
Josh and Jason traveled to the Peterbilt plant in Denton, Texas for the presentation of their new 579 Ultra Loft, number 10,000 off the line.
So this is now 10,000 products built in 2 years. So that shows that we designed the right product and customers want this product. Long Haul Trucking is here today to take direct ownership of the 10,000 unit Ultra Loft that we're building today. It's a great truck, and I hope they enjoy it.
I'm Chris Davis. I'm the plant manager here at Peterbilt Denton, and on behalf of the Peterbilt Denton family, would like to present you to the keys to the 10,000th Peterbilt Model 579 Ultra Loft. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chris. What a great opportunity. Josh and I would like to thank you on behalf of Long Haul Trucking for the ability to leave here with this 10,000 579 Ultra Loft. It means a lot to us, and can't thank you enough for your partnership. Thank you.
Well, thank you. We can't thank you enough for your business here at Peterbilt. So thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy. How great is this? How great is this? Number 10,000 for King of the Road. Remember how to drive them?
It's been a while. I'm missing the ship.
Yeah, it's been so long for me that's why you're driving. So cool.
Each year at Long Haul, we kind of have a running contest. It's revenue, safety, kind of your overall record for the year. And that person is our King of the Road. We will be picking our one company driver that is that person for the year that's met all the goals, made the revenue, had a clean safety record. We'll be presenting them the 10,000th 579 Ultra Loft from Peterbilt. I don't think any of them expect anything. I think they really do it because they love what they do, and we just try to take care of them as good as possible to recognize that people put in a lot of time and you go the extra mile and you take care of long haul, and at the end of the day, that takes care of our customers.
On this show, we've been focused on the people at long haul trucking. Just one example of a much larger industry built on the dedication, hard work, and loyalty of men and women all over America. We can't even begin to scratch the surface of all the stories from truckers across this great country. But I'm proud to be sharing the stories of the people I've met so far. Their loyalty to their partners, their customers, and to one another is something to be admired.
Running in the power of promises kept.
Keeping the promises you make to people. It wasn't just a logo on everything he had. He really, throughout the office, would preach that message.
Thanks for watching this episode of Long Haul's King of the Road powered by Peterbilt. I'm Haley Shanley. We'll see you next time.